Yes, welcome to another video. I'm Lewis, above me John. Another transfer roundup. Quite a lot of news actually coming out in the last couple of days and over the last week or so. So we'll get into the outgoings and incomings in just a second. Before we do, guys, let's set a like target. Let's go for 1,000 likes. We've been getting really close to the like targets we need. If you're a notification gang, you have to smash the like button. So give a big thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel as well if you're new. And make sure you hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of our videos. We're so close to 25,000 now. So any help towards that would be massively appreciated, guys. And if you want to cop yourself this poster, guys, it's Kevin De Bruyne poster, you know, in celebration of his new deal. Go check it out. We'll put the link in the description. Right, yes, okay. Yes. Outgoings. You want to get us kicking off, Bray?
Yeah. First up is Lucas Noblechairs. Lucas Noblechairs is someone that people keep mentioning to us, like, and saying, "Oh, could we go for him? Get us some goals." I don't see that happening, but apparently Hamburger keep an eye on Lucas Noblechairs ahead of a possible move from City this summer. He is on loan at Anderlecht at the moment with company. The player's current valuation is around €8 million. I feel that would be too much for the German side, so they'll be looking at getting possibly a cheaper deal than that. Yeah,
it's interesting, this one. Lucas Noblechairs, when I saw him play in the academy, he always scored goals, right? And he's quite a big frame, so you know he probably would fit English football because he's strong. But for some reason, he's never really sort of had, you know, like look at Delap now, right? Everyone's like, oh, Delap, get Delap in. Lucas Noblechairs never really had that. And to be fair, Lucas Noblechairs is a few years ahead. So we had like like Aguero, and you know we've had other strikers as well in the mix as well. Like Gabby Jesus has come through. So maybe it was just the wrong timing for Lucas Noblechairs.
Maybe just not as much of a pressing issue as it is now, where we're actually kind of looking for a striker.
But this is the thing, right? You know, Aguero's leaving. Jesus' future, in my opinion, is going to be up in the air in this summer, whether he's going to stay or leave. We're obviously going to get a main striker, so there's going to be that second striker. We know Liam Delap's going to be there. Is that enough? Could we bring in Noblechairs, someone who's come through the academy, and have him as sort of another striker? I don't know. I still think he'll end up somewhere else. I do think we should cash in if we can. But, you know, there's a serious question to be had there. If Jesus does end up leaving, which we don't obviously know, there's nothing to suggest he's leaving. Yeah. I'm just saying it because if Delap's getting promoted, are City going to stick with him as a striker? Are they going to put him out as a wing? I don't know. But there's a serious question to be had here. Noblechairs a great player. He's out on loan at Anderlecht. He obviously wants to play football, and rightly so. But could we save some money in having him? I'm not talking main striker. I'm just talking.
Yeah, a key thing is there, bro. It'll save you cash. Yeah. And he is doing bits. He is getting the goals. I think Anderlecht are up to second now. Yeah. Which is madness, and he's getting goals. So, you know what I mean? He ticks a box, but it's whether City want to bring him back.
Yeah. Nah, definitely. Right, another guy, right, who I keep seeing this guy's name, right? I've never seen him play football in my life, but every day I always see his name, and it's Pedro Porro. Now, this guy, my understanding, right, bro, correct me if I'm wrong, because I don't actually know who this guy is. He's a City player out on loan. That's my understanding of him. So Pedro Porro's preference is to stay with Sporting Lisbon on a permanent deal from Manchester City with an 8 million buyout option. So I think they're going to pay 8 million to keep him. There are other teams that are wanting him. Now the interesting thing is here, and I don't know if we're going to touch on it on the incomings. We're not. So I'll touch on it now. Is who's that left back at Sporting Lisbon?
Nuno Mendes.
I've seen quite a little bit of, I've seen some rumours online suggesting that if we allow Pedro Porro to stay there, you know, the Nuno Mendes situation might change, and we can maybe get him for for a reasonable price, because the buyout fee for Nuno Mendes is like, what, 60 million or something? Obviously, we're not going to pay that for someone who's played only 30 games. So, interesting, this one. He's not going to come back to City. That's quite obvious. But if he stays at Sporting Lisbon, will we get like some sort of preferential deal for Nuno Mendes? It might not be right away. You know, we might sell Pedro Porro to Sporting Lisbon, but then get some sort of, like, we'll sell him on a deal, but we'll say to Sporting, right, we get first dibs on Nuno Mendes. Maybe that's something that'll happen. That's come from Yogo or something like that, Sport Witness. Interesting one to keep eye on this one. Mainly not because of the player, but could there be something in there with regards to Nuno Mendes? We'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, there could be a situation where the 8 million buy option, the buyout that they're expected to trigger, City could just turn to them and say, right, waiver that, and put that towards some form of Nuno Mendes deal. If we were going for if we wanted to go for him this summer, we could waiver that and give us a bit of a push for the Nuno Mendes deal. But yeah, it's interesting. It's one to keep our eye on. And like you say, Pedro Porro is a name that I just keep hearing. I don't know if he's good or not. I'm pretty sure people have said that he does look decent. Moving on to incomings then.
Yeah.
Obviously, we spoke about Nuno Mendes then. Someone else, bro, is Keiki. I never know if I'm saying the guy's name wrong, but Keiki sounds about right to me with this way that it's spelt. And he's from Fluminense. I think everyone's, if you follow City, actually, you probably see, I don't know if you have actually, bro. Have you seen the goal?
Oh, bro, have I seen a goal? Jeez.
The goal, oh my God. Well, this guy is meant to be like the next kind of Brazilian startler. He's like, you know what I mean? If you're not seeing it, go on City Extra, scroll down a bit, you'll see, I'll link it in the description, you'll see the goal that he scores, and it is next level, unreal skill. The deal to City was apparently, it was meant to be done around January time. It has been agreed since February, but it never got pushed over the line. We're looking at spending €10 million plus bonuses on the deal. But he can only move once he turns 18. That's just a sign.
Yeah, he's one of these players, bro. We sign these type of players all the time, you know, especially from South America and stuff. We sign them, they got mint skills, but having skill and being a good footballer are two separate things.
Yeah.
Now, he has skill, undoubtedly, because if you look at the goal, there's a lot of skill in that. But having skill, like I say, he's got to have the brain, and he's only young, he's got to develop. Are we excited? Yes, we're excited, especially with that name, Keiki, mate. That's a sick name. But you know, we've got to be really, you know, how many people do we sign, you know, that are this young and stuff, and they just turn out to be, you know, trash cat type thing. So
I think a lot of these are gambles. The club basically gamble on these players becoming a worldie.
They're good gambles for £10 million nowadays, bro. I mean, look at some of the fees. I always refer to this one. 20 odd million for Ryan Brewster. Nah, no thanks. I'd rather go spend 10 million on some guy from Brazil, mate, and just see what happens there. So let's just fingers crossed. Turns out, you know, he might do well, bro.
Yeah, maybe. Could be a situation where he smashes it.
Another player that City have been linked with, and we've covered this guy now a lot in our transfer videos, is Jack Grealish. Jack Grealish has been, this is rumours, but apparently he's told his friends he would be interested in joining City this summer. He's excited to play for a Champions League side. He wants to play for Guardiola, and apparently this fee of 100 million, it's way off the mark. So they reckon it's going to be close to like 60-70 million pound, something like that. That's from Footy Insider 24/7. You know, reliability of that, I don't know. However, we keep seeing Jack Grealish's name pop up now. I'm just looking at it, bro, and the last transfer video that we did, I think, was like a week ago. We had two separate journalists saying, that's three. Two separate journalists say that City are in for Grealish. You know, and these are sort of better tiered journalists. You like these journalists when they talk, you listen. Now we're getting this. Now the account, obviously, Footy Insider 24/7. I don't know what it's like, but it keeps on popping up, bro. I think there's something in this. You know, I really, really do. I think we're going to get Jack Grealish. I really do, bro.
What's the saying, bro? No smoke without flames.
Fire, bro.
No smoke
but flames is fire, innit? So, yeah, we'll go with that.
I was close. I'll take it. And I think too much is being said for me to turn a blind eye to this.
Yeah.
I can't swerve it anymore. We haven't been swerving it. Obviously, we've been covering it. However, there'll be a lot of City fans who are going, Jack Grealish, we're not going to get him. However, it keeps recurring this. And if it's right, I don't think City will pay £100 million for him. Not a chance. No. However, we do have the Douglas Luiz situation where we have a buyback.
Right. Yeah,
City could literally go and buy Douglas Luiz back and then sell him back to Aston Villa for more money. Yeah. Or we could say to Villa, we could buy him back and say to Villa, look, a part of a swap deal.
I think as well, bro, if you're Villa, right, we're City right now, right? No. Well, if you're Villa, you know that Jack Grealish is leaving your football club at some point in the next 12 months regardless, yeah? And if you're a Villa fan, which you're probably not, but if you're a Villa fan watching this, even you've got to accept that he's got to leave because he's so good. Like, there's nothing you can do. You just got to let him leave. So it's a situation where if City want to go in for Jack Grealish and they're asking stupid money and City the only team involved and want him, then they'll just go, nah. So then not only are you going to lose Jack Grealish at some point, City could just turn around and say, well, you know what, because you've been arses, we'll take Douglas Luiz off you for 25-30 million, we'll flog him for 40-45 to whoever. So not only if you lost Douglas Luiz, you're then going to lose Jack Grealish. The whole core of your team then could just be sort of ripped apart, man. You don't want that, innit? So I reckon a deal will get done. I'm now 9 out of 10 confident that we're going to sign Jack Grealish. I reckon it's going to be about 65 to 70 million pound.
Yeah.
And I reckon as soon as the season's done, I reckon that's going to be... I'm going to put a prediction out here, bro. Jack Grealish will be the first Manchester City player we sign this summer.
Oh.
Yeah, I legit think it, bro.
That is big. I like that.
I reckon the deal's done, and as soon as the transfer window's over and the league's over and Champions League's over, we'll sign Jack Grealish. I'm that confident.
Well, on that, you're going to be thinking, where's he going to play? And Jack Grealish is kind of left winger, can't play in the midfield and that. And a player who is in that position at the moment is Raheem Sterling. Apparently, he's setting up his own football agency and he's going to conduct his own City contract negotiations with legal advice. His current deal is worth $300,000 a week, which triggers certain clauses, and he looked for improved terms. So he wants a better deal. I think he's going to go. Apparently, he's going to go down the Kev route, like I say, setting up his own football agency. I don't think he's not going to go get an agent. He's going to handle it himself. He's probably seen the way that Kev's doing it, and it's gone very well for Kev. So that's a strange one, especially if you're looking at bringing Jack Grealish in, Raheem Sterling in, and then you're on about maybe Gabby going on the wing. That it's a lot of congestion.
This is why I think Jesus' career, bro, is potentially going to end this summer, because I just don't see no space for him, bro. And Raheem Sterling's obviously going to get a new deal. It might take time. Kevin De Bruyne's took time. But Sterling's going to get a new contract. I don't think he's going to leave this summer unless he wants to leave and City are happy to sell him. But there's nothing to suggest that's the case. And this is why I fear for Gabby Jesus, bro. And, you know, like you say, if Jack Grealish comes in, you know, he's another player who can play left wing or centre mid. I prefer him to play centre mid, but yeah, I think Jesus could be out at this rate, just looking at the sort of names. And yes, you know what, I like the fact that Sterling's going to do it himself. I think that shows that, you know, he's not, how to say it, because obviously you still want the best deal, but I feel like if you have an agent, your agent will be like, well, this is what they want, and if you're not signing it, then we're getting off.
The agent wants a fee as well.
Yeah, like Kevin said, you know, if you want to stay and the club want you to stay, why have an agent? Just do it yourself, you know what I mean? So, yeah, we'll have to see what happens with Raheem Sterling. He's coming into a contract negotiation when his form isn't the best. You know, whether that affects anything, I don't know. Probably not. Right, moving into the final two, and it's the big two. It's the striker situation. Right, okay, first of all, Erling Haaland. A lot of news coming out here. So basically, it's going to cost a lot of money. If you didn't already know, this is going to cost a lot of money. Apparently, Mino Raiola wants to make Erling Haaland the first £1 million a week footballer ever, basically. Now, that isn't just City, you know what I mean? That's not City. City might pay 350, 400 grand a week, but then he's basically combining the whole thing. So
the whole deal
whoever
together.
I don't know who his sponsor is, you know, like his foot sponsor, all that kind. So basically, he wants Erling Haaland, complete package, to be earning £1 million a week, which is, quite frankly, a bit of a joke, but that's what he wants. Whether City will pay it, who knows? One thing I would point out, Mark Ogden has come out and said apparently City's escalating wage bill is a severe stumbling block in their attempt to sign Erling Haaland this summer. However, bro, I think we covered this either on a video or just maybe on a live stream, and I don't know where this is coming from, because David Silva left. We didn't really replace him with anyone. We'll have Sergio Aguero leaving, so you know there's a portion of the wages going to Erling Haaland. You know, I'm struggling to really see if Gabby leaves, that's Gabby's wages off the books. I don't know. Like I don't see whether. I know the wage bill has gone up. I get that it's gone up, but I don't see it as being a major issue. Like there's no one really like on mega cash who shouldn't be on mega cash. So. Yeah, I don't know.
I think it's weird. I like the structure of our club, and I like the way that we've been running. I don't think our escalating wage bill is a severe stumbling block in this. And like you say, with Aguero leaving, that frees up a massive bit of wage bill if we're going to go for Erling Haaland. So I don't know, man. It depends how much cash he's talking about paying Erling Haaland, doesn't it? You know what I mean? But on that, apparently Haaland favours Madrid and Man City if it departs.
One of the two, innit? Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's kind of, I think that's kind of, people expected that Real Madrid or us. You know what I mean? The guy's been wearing blue shoes everywhere and blue bags and that. He's been flirting with the club, walking around the badge.
He knows what he's doing,
He knows
bro.
what he's doing. He's trying to get his hand in. He wants a part of it, bro.
Yeah.
He wants to win that Champions League, bro.
I know. Well, someone who's not going to be winning the Champions League, bro, anytime soon is Harry Kane. They obviously got beat again, bro. The rumours coming out before the United match saying that if they don't get top four, he's off. They've got beat off United. Looking at the league table, I find it very difficult to see how Tottenham get in the top four now. So that looks like they're not going to be in the top four. The only thing that they can win this year is the EFL Cup, the Carabao Cup, I think.
Yeah, but against us.
Against us, obviously. Harry Kane, in my opinion, is going to leave this summer if they can get some sort of deal for him. Are City going to be involved? Now, apparently, David Ornstein said it's only going to cost £120 million to get Harry Kane out of the football club. But the problem is, Daniel Levy doesn't want to sell to another English club. Now, That's a problem because realistically, where else is he going to go? He could go to PSG, but do PSG want to spend £120 million on a player that they don't really need? Real Madrid, they could go Real Madrid, and I see that as a potential option. Bayern, but then are they prepared to get rid of Lewandowski or play two up top or spend the money? Don't see it. Who else you left with, bro? Barcelona ain't got the cash.
Barcelona ain't got the cash.
Juventus, maybe?
Juventus, maybe. That's the only one I can really think of.
But they probably have to sell Ronaldo.
Does he want to go to Italy? Do you know what I mean? It's very, very strange.
I see Harry Kane in a real bad position here, bro, because Daniel Levy don't want to sell to another English club. Whether he does or not, that's not to say he won't. It just, maybe he won't. Yeah, really, really tricky. We're going to do a podcast, guys, this week after the Dortmund game. We're going to go through each striker target, so Kane, Haaland, Lukaku, Ings, like whoever, drop some names in the comments. We'll review them, and yeah, we'll put like a pros and cons list together, and in the end, we'll pick who we should go for, not just off the name, but we off value, off longevity, like quality. You know what I mean? We'll go through it all. So hopefully we'll get that done some point this week. It is hotting up because we're getting to that, but it's April now. It's April now. We're literally like, what, 2 or 3 months away from the transfer window opening, or until the end of the season. As soon as the end of the season happens, like basically the transfer window's open. Yeah. Even though if it's not official, it's big. It's very big. News is hotting up, guys. Let us know in the comment section below. Who do you think we should sign? Who should we let go in the summer? It's going to be a massive, massive summer. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed the video. If you have, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you're new, and we'll see you in the next one.